name is Josh Robinson, in case you don't know me. I have recently transplanted from Tennessee to New York City. I've been here for just over 2 weeks now, and I want to document this, one, just for me, because I don't have the best memory in the world, but two, for any friends, family, anybody else wondering, hey, can I make the move to New York happen? What's it like for someone that's never lived in a big city before? How's it going? I can answer some of those questions from my perspective. I've taken some notes here, so if I'm looking at my computer, that's what's happening because, like I said, don't have the best memory. So all of this started the end of February. I was the executive producer and co-host of a local lifestyle show in Chattanooga, Tennessee called The Daily Refresh, and I learned so much doing that over the last 2.5 years. But my husband, Travis, got a new job here in the city. And if you ask anyone that knows me for probably a decade now, I have said, I want to live in New York. I just love it. Every time I visited, I have said, this is the place I'm meant to be. And it's happened. I'm here. So we got that. We thought we were moving middle of April. So I thought, I've got like a month here in Chattanooga still. I can, get those last see you laters in, see a couple more shows. It'll be great. And then we got approved for this apartment that I am currently in, tour coming soon. And that just expedited everything. Went from like a month and a half to like 2 weeks tops. And so it was kind of crazy and just throwing things in boxes. We got rid of a lot. We put some stuff in storage. Yes, it's still there. We'll get there. But it was really cool to like look back over the last 2.5 years and find things. We got rid of a lot, donated a lot. So we were leaving on Monday, March 17th. And the night before, Travis is a touring stage manager, and they were in Atlanta, and his car got broken into. We had planned to bring his car with the U-Haul, so we just had a little more room to pack and all that good stuff. So we had to get that situated and got it all figured out. It's all good. So we ended up driving the U-Haul together, which I was very thankful for. It just made it a little more fun. We made some memories. And we drove just about 3 hours that Monday. Tuesday was our long day. I think it ended up close to like 11 or 12 hours with the stops and gas and all that good stuff. And then we got here on Wednesday the 20th. One thing I realized, I like to be in control. I like being leading the way. But when it comes to driving, Travis is the better driver in this relationship. I've now admitted that twice in a month on camera. So I get to play passenger princess a lot for that trip. And I didn't hate it. It was kind of fun. So maybe I'll get to now that we're here, there's no car. We're just hopping on a subway. But that we got here, we drove over the George Washington Bridge. We moved in. Our movers had everything unpacked in an hour, like from the U-Haul to the apartment. So was fantastic. And then within 2-3 days, we had the majority of everything set up. We were still needing like a table. We got the couch once we moved here, but it all has like come together pretty quick. I've had a couple friends over since we've moved, and they're all very kind of surprised by just how well everything is already put together and ready to go. And I was like, I'm unemployed. So between that and Travis was like, we're going to get this done because he had to go back on tour for a little bit. And so we've got an apartment. It's been really great. We've got a view of the Hudson River, which is amazing. I am told constantly that not many people get that opportunity to have a view of water here in New York. So I'm trying to soak that in for as long as possible. We saw Tituss Burgess in O'Mary. So fun, so cool. I don't see a lot of straight plays, so that was a lot of fun to kind of get into that world for just a minute. And Tituss is a star. It was so much fun. We immediately went to see Redwood with Idina Menzel from one theater. Thankfully, they're like a couple blocks apart, so it wasn't that bad. And it was such a great night. It was my first I'm living in New York City. I don't have to like hop on a subway to go to a hotel. I just get to come home and sleep in my bed. And then the next day, we spent a lot of that time kind of setting up the apartment, and we hadn't really left, so we decided to walk. So we walked from like 90 92nd, 95th to see Death Becomes Her that night. And so that was a lot of fun. And I have only really come to New York if it's really cold, like Christmas time, or in the summer when it's really hot. And so walking at the end of March, I was like, oh, this is comfortable and I'm not sweating, so I can do this. That's how you can, keep going that far. And so it's just that first weekend was just great. And now I've been here for 2 full weeks. That first full week, I learned a lot. I saw Boop the musical, which is so much fun. And that cast is incredible. The dancing, the costumes, the set pieces, it was truly a love letter to New York in such a cool way. And there's a song, it's Where I'm Meant to Be, are part of the lyrics. And seeing that my first full week here, I was like, oh, this is hitting a heartstring. And it was so special. They open very soon, so congrats to them. Break a leg as they continue that run. So much fun. When I've come to New York, I've never gone to the Today Show or The View or, Kelly and Mark or any of that. So I got to go to The View. That was a really neat experience to see, to see how it works on a large scale. I think there were 8 cameras all being run by people. And Robin Herder, the star of Smash, was also being interviewed, so that was a lot of fun. And it was a really great experience. Whoopi Goldberg, of course, she gave some great advice to a group of theater students who were there, just letting them know that if they want to be in theater, being an actor versus being a star, if you are just going after what you love and doing what you love, you will continue to love it. But if you want to, quote, be a star, that brings so much headache and so many other things that isn't worth it. So start setting those goals now. I gotten to just catch up with friends too who live here in the city. My friends AB and Duncan, they live just a few blocks away, and so it was really great to catch up with them. And my friend Jamie as well. We got dinner, and connections, I am learning, are a huge part of everything that happens here in the city. And so thankfully, many of those friends have connected me as I'm on this active job hunt to just meet people and make those connections. And, people get to know me and my skill set. So I'm really excited to kind of see and grow those connections and obviously continue the friendships as well. I also signed up for my New York Public Library card, and that brings, as you know, any library card brings with it some great additions. And here in New York City, it's called the Culture Pass, and you get free admission to so many different museums and attractions and events and things. And so I used it, signed up, and the next day I used it to go check out the City of the Museum of New York. And that museum is incredible. It was so cool, so much fun. I loved every second of it, and I will be taking all kinds of people who come to visit. I will be taking them there for sure. But if you get the chance, go check it out. It starts with a history of the museum, and then it highlights so many incredible people, groups of people who have worked to keep the rights of other groups of people. I also spent that first Friday I was here. I walked 10 miles and dropped off resumes to a bunch of jobs that I've applied for. Everyone was very kind. Everyone was very nice. Everyone took the resume. So again, fingers crossed, we'll see. But then it's been great. And then week 2, I'm wrapping it up now. I started off the week with a walk in Central Park, one of my favorite places. Anytime I've come to visit, I have to spend just an hour, but I'm just a couple train stops away. And so I spent a lot of it in the northern part of the park, which I've never really been around before. It was so calm and so peaceful, but still had the buzz of people. And I'm really excited to be that close to it. And then I saw Smash with Robin Herder, and it was just so good, so much fun. And then Caroline Bowman and Bella Coppola, they also shine on stage in a beautiful way. And it's just, it's such a fun show. The costumes, the dancing, I loved it so much. A fan of the show as the TV show that it is based off of. I also got to see Sunset Boulevard with Nicole Scherzinger, and that piece of theater was unlike anything I have ever seen. I was absolutely blown away. I was speechless. Intermission happened. I was with my friend LaShonda, and intermission happened, and like I had no words. The best way I can describe it, and it doesn't do it justice, is they truly bring like I think it's the 50s or 60s, like that era of filmmaking to the stage, but it's very much still a musical, but there is also live camera work that happens throughout the show. They leave the theater at one point, and it tells the story in such a cool way, such a special way. Film buffs, I think their heads would kind of explode seeing it. It was so well done. I mean, it has like opening credits and closing credits. I loved it. I'm so glad that piece of theater now lives in my head, and I haven't stopped talking about it since I've seen it. It just blew me away. I was so glad I got to see it very unexpectedly. And speaking of the job hunt from earlier, I have gotten a part-time job. More to come on that. I've had 1 day of training, so we're very much new to it, but I'm very excited. It's still connected to theater, and so I'm really excited to get to geek out with coworkers and people that will come and visit. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited. And some things I've learned from moving here in the last 2 weeks. Number one, never had a gas stove. That was a new experience for me. So the word light on the knob is important. So don't ignore it, because your apartment will smell like gas and your husband will come in and say, hey, why does it smell like that? And you'll explain to him, I figured it out. So light the gas. It's important. Number two, loafers, not the best walking around shoes. I was rushing, don't do that either, up the stairs on the subway, and I face planted. I fell, y'all, and I completely blocked the stairs between from two people to get by. I think I punched a guy in the leg. I'm so sorry if that was you. It was crazy. So don't just wear tennis shoes. It's great. Everyone does it. It's working so much better. Heat in New York City. We have radiators in our apartment, and they do not turn off. At least I cannot turn it off. When it turns on, it's on, and when the building turns it off. So I'm a hot person, I sweat easily, so that's taken a little getting used to. We're figuring it out. We've got fans, all the good things. But that's a little different. And on the flip side, you will need to bundle up. Granted, we are right next to a big body of water, so the wind and thing, it's a little more here in our area. But be ready for changes in weather when you go into a building and then leave it. It very well could have changed. So pack layers and be ready for it all. It's been a great 2 weeks. I had a friend over just last night, and she was asking, and I told her my mom FaceTimed us day 2, I think, of being here. And so we showed her around. We were telling her where we live, and she was like, you did it. You have talked about moving to New York for a long time, and you've done it. And it's so exciting. I'm so excited for the opportunities and everything that will come my way. My husband and I have also been long distance our entire relationship. We started dating in November of 2020. One good thing that came of COVID. And we are going to live together finally. It's been just great. I'm just so excited. It's going to be, and I just turned 30 last September. So it's just kind of a new chapter has all kind of happened over the last few months. So thanks for hanging out. I hope to do more of these. Just keep you updated, let you know what I've got going on. My robot vacuum just came on, so sorry if you hear that. But yeah, I'm loving New York. I'm so excited to be here. Drop your recommendations in the comments, please. What should I do? What do you want to see? Where should I go? In the meantime, know you're loved, and I'll talk to you later.